One of my favorite things in the world is walking a new stream. In this particular case, I was checking out a new river up in the mountains. It's not a very large stream. I came across this one little bend and stretch with some undercut banks, and I took a cast in. I did hook up with a fish. The fish took me downstream and got stuck underneath some branches and roots along the bottom. As a result, to try and catch the fish, I had to get down into the pool and walk down through the middle of it to try and dislodge and net the fish. With that in mind, I knew that I wouldn't be able to fish this one particular stretch after that, or unless I had to wait for a very long time. So, as I often do, in an attempt to figure out the personality of the stream, I took my camera and stuck it on the bottom. By doing this, you could see a lot of times, you could see insect life. In this particular case, there's some small black-nosed dace. You could see crayfish. This river had a lot of crayfish in it, although there's none in this particular part of the video. But what did happen is these trout returned, first the rainbows, and then followed by the brown, and I could browns, but then I could distinguish different behaviors. The rainbows tend to be more active, moving around, as you can see, higher in the water table. And later on, the browns will kind of like crawl up and lodge themselves in between the rocks and stay very close to the bottom. I don't know whether this is as a result of water being a little warmer towards the end of the year. However, it wasn't really a taxing temperature. Or was it just personality traits between rainbows and brown trout? A higher metabolism, the fact that browns tend to be a little more on the shy side and selective, and maybe that's why they're more difficult to catch. But I found it fascinating. I thought I'd pass this video along so you all could see. It's interesting, and it makes sense. You know, that I don't catch as many wild rainbows as I do browns. I don't know whether it's because of the water, the type of water that I fish, but those rainbows that I do catch tend to be in the faster water, and the browns tend to be more during selective hatches. So anyway, it's just fascinating for me. It's one of the things I love about the sport. As a kid, before I could catch much, I would go to a river and I would walk right up the middle to flush out whatever fish were there. Since they weren't biting, I might as well see what was there. And then I would return to that stream and fish for them, knowing where they were lying. And in this particular case, this is a big surprise. Very delighted to see that there's this many fish in this one spot, and I'll definitely be back. Anyway, I thought I'd pass it along. It's interesting to see, and certainly is a beautiful little stream. So anyway, thanks for watching, and next time.